Si sabes que sabe rato mirándote, tengo que bailar contigo hoy. Vi que tu mirada y estaba llamándome.
Bailando. I know that one.
One of my Jason's gigs with his wife, and it's like soul, funk, jazz stuff. We played 2 sets tonight. Starting at 9:30.
It's a great phone. It's so compact.
Take a selfie.
Ready?
Yeah, cheese.
What is this?
You know, we should probably take it this direction.
All right. There you showed up. What is this? You probably can't do more than one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Who's this guy? Tailing me.
Cruises, by the voices.
Wow. Is that symbol of pink with 3 hours?
Not all Russian is more like that.
Little bit.
A bit.
Whoa.
She layered, it sounds to me.
Ooh, oboe.
Medium.
Oh, he's gone. I thought Santa. Yeah. From Canada. Oh, a dance. Candle dance. Are the dances included with the meal, or do they cost extra? Hey, Evan.
Hi.
Evan wants to get one of those dances, one of the candle head dances. Didn't you see the woman downstairs dancing with a candle on her head? You should go back. You're missing out on the candle dance.
Just stay here. Okay.
Oh,
Stay here.
my vlog. My vlog. Excuse me. Very important vlog coming to you. Ooh.
This is so crazy, man. Like, we're back in time or something. 165.
Himalayan language.
We're in Skyrim, man. This is so cool. Phosphor dog eyes. This is Skyrim.
Oh yes, dark beer with pearls.
I made one up.
My favorite video game.
So, dark beer with pearls. It is. Hello.
Hello. Hello,
You're live.
Dimitri.
You're live on Facebook right now.
Oh.
It's cool, yeah.
Herbs are like.
We're located in Tallinn, Estonia right now. We're on air. The group accent only misses JB Kripo for some reason.
Well, we got a replacement, so.
What are you doing?
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
My lords and my lady, in our house, I must teach you how to do it properly.
Okay, teach us.
Yes, you don't need to say cheers, not even Nastarovia or anything else, but the perfect Latin word vivat, as loud as
Vivat.
you can. And then you smash everything together.
Viva! Viva!
And now it's a 13th chord.
Viva!
Lite funky.
Naerata.
video veel. Ma ei taha.
Ei, sa lähed lihtsalt.
Seda ma ei taha.
Aitäh.
So I played in a foosball tournament, and we just played our last game, and we thought that when we won this game, we were going to make it into the finals. And then we won the game, and we found out that we're still not in the finals. So, too bad. I play a lot of foosball when I'm in Toronto. Well, I've played a lot of foosball living in Toronto, so I'm pretty good at the game. And my roommate, David Lane, is also very good. I learned a lot of tricks from him. But I found this tournament here in Estonia, and I was like, well, I'm going to play. Oh, my phone's telling me to do things. I said, I'm going to play in this tournament, but I don't have a partner to play with, so I just like stepped inside the bar and I said, hey, can I have a partner? And this guy was like, I'll play with you. And he had never played before, but he learned a lot. And that's the most important thing, I think, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm walking towards the Kadri Vurand birthday party because that's where Evan and Andrew and Simon are, I think. And I opted not to go for a while just because I needed some time to myself, even though time to myself might mean going to a bar and playing foosball with a bunch of strangers. That's what it's like being an extrovert. So that last video made me think that I don't do very much video log journaling, and I thought that maybe I would...
Turn right.
Oh, stop. I thought maybe I would just say some things that have been happening. So we've been in Estonia for not quite a week yet, and we did some shows. No, we did a show after our Florida show at this big venue for like 3,000 people, or maybe
Head
more,
east.
or maybe
Turn right.
or maybe less. And yeah, it's been a lot of work. I've been getting my butt kicked by some of the music that the Estonian voices have been doing, because it's like really rhythmic and stuff, and I would say it's not in my wheelhouse. But it's been a fun challenge to try to figure out how to do it, how to not look like a fool, but also to try to do my best to accept the fact that this is a weakness of mine, and instead of feeling like I'm not good enough, to constantly just be saying to people, hey, just so you know, I'm doing my best, I'm going to practice outside of this rehearsal, and so many people. Yeah, I've been doing my best to try to be vulnerable, because practicing vulnerability is something that I'm trying to do on a daily basis. And yeah, so now we're in an Airbnb. There's probably been some videos so far, but yeah, we've been practicing Russian music. I've been practicing some Russian music. It's going well. I'm not too worried about it. We've got a few more days to prepare, so it's gonna, as long as we put the time in, we'll have no problem. Ooh, Christmas market. And other than that, it's just this London stuff that's coming up right after the Royal Albert Hall gig, that we just have so much more music to learn. Over this last month, we've learned so many songs that we only get to perform once, which is kind of depressing, to put like 2 weeks of work into making a song sound note perfect and then never singing it again. So it's kind of a shame that it doesn't get heard. So I really hope we get some good recordings of these, so I can share them with people that I care about, but also so I can just have them for memories for myself, because that's basically what this vlog is about as well, is just, I know not many people watch this, and it's kind of nice that not a lot of people watch it, because I'm mostly doing it for me, but if there's people out there that actually do want to watch it and are just like, yeah, I just want to hear what Danny says, I want to know what it's like what it would be like if I was walking down the street with Danny in Tallinn, and the kinds of things he'd be saying. And there's very few people out there like that, but it's still kind of nice to know that there are some. It's like secret pen pals with people that I've never met. And yeah, it's like I can share love with people that I can't see in person. And that's something I also am trying to practice on a daily basis as well. It's just sharing more and showing people more, being an emotional support person for every person I meet. Not in an overwhelmingly tiring way, but just in a way that makes me feel like I have a purpose on this planet. But it's a lot of fun just existing in a city that you've never been to before. I really love people watching is one of my favorite activities. So this bar that I was just at, I didn't go in with any expectations of like, am I going to make friends here, or yeah, not expecting anything to happen other than I'm going to go play foosball, and if I get bored, maybe I'll text Liz or something, who's my partner, and yeah, it's nice to feel like there's no pressure to be anything other than myself, which is something that I struggle with sometimes, is to just being my most authentic self. I think something that a lot of people struggle with, and yeah, I'm actively trying to work on that each day. But these are the sights of Tallinn. There are really nice, there's lots of architecture here, just old churches, Russian churches, and just like these castle structures that are just, we're in the old town right now, so it's very much, it's an old place, you know? It's funny, part of who I am as a human, I guess, this is getting deep, but it's kind of fun to just talk deep sometimes. Part of who I am as a human is, has been recognizing the fact that I don't identify personally as an intellectual, and I think I'm smart for many reasons, but I don't find, like, my goal in life is not to acquire the most information and then to know all of that information. And because of that, I struggle in conversations with a lot of people. But I know the kinds of people who I can authentically be myself around. So I've been doing a lot of observing my own thoughts around the kinds of people I'm around, and just trying to figure out the things that I can do to be the most centered, human, balanced, conscious person, unaffected by my ego that I can. And yeah, having time to myself in cities like this satisfies my urge of being an extrovert and wanting to go see all the things, but also being able to do it on my own terms. I think I'm probably close to this venue now. I hope you enjoyed this walk through Tallinn. Every time I say Tallinn, I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm like, should it be Tallinn or just the same thing I said before? I don't know. Bye. Can you read this? Probably not. I'm moving too quickly. But there's like a castle underground here, which is kind of cool. Part of my journey of being the most balanced, free of judgment being that I can, is to allow myself to be the biggest weirdo that I can. And speaking to a phone while I walk around in public and having people stare at me for being a weirdo is something that I try to practice, so that I remind myself that I'm allowed to be this weird, and that people's eyes looking at me aren't a big deal, because for a huge part of my life it was a big deal. So having the knowledge that I can practice the art of making myself be uncomfortable and know that I'm safe in it is just something that happens from time to time.
Your destination is on the left.
I love listening to people talk. This boy, look at this boy go. Waiting for his turn. F minor. Yeah, this key change is so intense. Okay, I went to the venue, and as soon as I got in there, I had to sing a whole bunch of high-lows arrangements with the other guys, but I'm really glad that I went because there was only 3 of them there without me, and oh, it would have been disappointing if they were there all night and I didn't get to sing any songs. So it made me really happy that I stopped in for a little bit to sing some songs with them, and now I'm just walking down the street and it's so peaceful, and I just love being in a completely secluded, no, just I like being in a neighborhood that is just completely unfamiliar to me, knowing that I'm in some random dot on the map that I've never been to before, and I just feel safe and lucky to be able to just appreciate all the things in this world. That is all.